I've said it once, I've said it twice, and now I get to say it for a third time. Adidas are just dropping sneakers all over the place. The Pharrell Williams line dropped a ton of sneakers last week, and the Yeezy lines are dropping a bunch of sneakers too. We've had two 350s on the channel this week. We've got these guys here, the 700s, and then later in the week we've got a pair of Ultra Boost as well. So Adidas are going full on for that fall spike in their sales and bringing out a ton of different colorways. And you have to wonder if that means something's coming down the line for V2 to become a V3, for example, and we'll see what updates will come to the Adidas line and the Adidas stable later in the fall and the winter seasons. But for now, what we've got is we've got another Adidas 700 V2 that's dropping, and this time it's called the Hospital Blue. This is a Tokyo Bara 23 sneaker channel, Tokyo Bara 23 sneaker channel des. Mainichi yapsuru no de mainichi mite kudasai. Every single day from Tokyo, Japan, I'm bringing you content about upcoming sneaker releases, sneaker reviews, and sneaker news. And today is an Adidas Yeezy 700. Over the last 3 or 4 months, I've reviewed quite a few of these guys. There were Salts, there were Vantas, there were Geodes. There were something else in there as well. I can't remember what it was. I can't remember which were V2s and which were V1s. And whenever I do a 700 review, and I do this also for Foamposite 1s and Foamposite Pros, but whenever I do a 700 review, I always talk about the difference between the V2s and the V1s, and that easy place to see where the V1s have a blank panel on the side, which usually, if you shine a light on it, has vertical 3-stripe branding on it, whereas the V2s have a textured material horizontal 3-stripe pattern on the side. And as you can see from the picture behind me here, you've got that sort of 3-stripe branding, and the arc horizontally across the midfoot of these sneakers equals these are 700 V2s. So we're going to have a look at these guys and think about what's going on with them. But this is a YouTube channel, and before I look at them, I do want you to click the subscribe button down below and help the channel grow. We're getting there. I really want to try and get to 1,000 subscribers before the end of the year, so please do click me up there and get that subscribe button clicked down below, and I'd appreciate it very much if you did. But as I am here in Tokyo, Japan, I do also say it at the start of my videos in Japanese. Toroku yoroshiku onegai shimasu. Chotto zutsu channel ga ookiku natteru no de, dekireba nenmatsu made 1000 人まで上がりたいので登録よろしくお願いします。Okay, let's have a look at these guys. So the Hospital Blues. Question number 1: Are these too close to the Inertias? Recently, Inertia V2s dropped, and earlier this year, Inertia V1s dropped, and their signature sort of point was the light blue colorway. And here we are with these Hospital Blues, which also have a heavy influence by that blue colorway, so they're very, very similar in style. But the Inertias had a lot's probably not the right word, but they had other hits of color on there that were in contrast to the light blue, whereas these Hospital Blue V2s, the colors tend to complement each other rather than be in contrast to each other. And that's most evident up towards the heel area. V1s and V2s have this distinctive kind of oval insert in two places towards the heel of the midsole. And often you'll see that in contrast to the original Wave Runners. It was orange against a sort of cream colored midsole. But in the case of these guys here, you've got that light blue or Hospital Blue colorway, even in the midsole. But those inserts, and there's the two inserts towards the heel, but also wrapping around the back of the heel of the midsole. They're in a silver colorway, and it's a silver blue colorway which matches the blue of the upper. And speaking of the blue of the upper, there it's blue on blue on blue. So recent ones, I think the magnets which dropped recently or are going to drop soon, it was a lot of contrasting colors between the different panels on the upper, the overlays and the underlays. But in the case of these Hospital Blues, there's a lot of complementing going on with similar colorways. But what is different and what is interesting is that instead of being a mesh, suede and leather upper, it's a mesh and suede only upper. So where there's usually leather overlays on a 700 V2, V2. In the case of these guys, it's all suede. So you've just got those mesh panels and then overlays in all suede. So that's a slight departure from previous 700s. And then a quick flip upside down and look at the bog standard outsole there. The only real thing of note is that it's black, which I think goes well with the upper because the upper is all one color, that hospital blue solid color. I think having the black on there is in contrast to that and looks pretty good. All in all, it's a pretty nice looking sneaker. I'm not a huge fan of the 700s though, if you've watched my channel. I'm unlikely to go for these. In fact, I'm pretty sure I never would. Any of the 700s that I've dropped, I've never really felt an attraction to them and a desire to run out there and get them. So I'm probably very unlikely to try and get these guys in hand myself. But if you're interested in V2s and you like blue, knock yourself out. I'm sure these will sell well, as most Yeezy drops do. Okay, for now it's time for me to sign off and say farewell. Tomorrow I'll be back with a Nike Air Force 1, or is it? Tomorrow I'll be back with a Nike more up-tempo, or is it? Something strange going on with the Air Force 1 and the Nike more up-tempo lines, which we'll talk about tomorrow. But for now it's time for me to sign off. Thank you guys for checking out my content. And as I do this every single day, and I get to say at the end of my videos, I can confidently say that tomorrow you're guaranteed to see me.